Ever watch a movie and wonder, like, how did they do that?
Mm.
I'm talking crazy transformations,
Right.
realistic injuries,
Yeah.
creatures that look like they walked straight out of your nightmares.
Yeah, yeah.
Basically, the magic of makeup artistry.
Yeah.
You've sent us some info from RoleCatcher,
Yes.
this really cool career platform, and I am ready to get my makeup artist deep dive on.
Buckle up then, because it's more than just lipstick and foundation, that's for sure. RoleCatcher gives a backstage pass to what these artists really do, and trust me, it's fascinating.
See, that's what grabs me. You've got this whole world
Yeah.
most people never think about, right? Like, I know makeup artists work in movies,
Uh-huh.
but what else?
Oh, it's way more diverse than you might imagine. Think like theater productions where stage lighting requires a whole different approach, or photo shoots where the makeup has to be perfect for still images.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Fashion shows are another big one, especially those avant-garde looks you see on the runway.
Oh, well, yeah.
Makeup artists really are the hidden heroes across all kinds of visual media.
And speaking of hidden heroes, RoleCatcher mentioned artist assistants. What exactly does that involve? Is that like the makeup artist's apprentice?
You got it. Being an artist assistant is your entry point into this world. It's a lot of learning the ropes, prepping materials, and assisting senior artists on set. It can involve everything from like mixing custom colors to applying prosthetics.
Wait, prosthetics? That's intense. Like, are we talking full-on monster masks here?
Absolutely. Think back to a movie like The Dark Knight.
Oh, yeah?
Heath Ledger's Joker makeup. That's a prime example of practical effects makeup, which is a huge part of what these artists do. They sculpt, mold, apply, and blend these prosthetics seamlessly onto actors, creating those mind-blowing transformations you see on screen.
Now that you mention it, I've always wondered about that. You've got CGI, which is super cool.
Right.
But then there's something about practical effects that just feels more real.
You're hitting on a key point. While CGI can do amazing things, there's a texture, a nuance, a weight to practical effects that can be tough to replicate digitally.
Yeah.
It's why even with all our fancy technology, the demand for skilled makeup artists, especially those specializing in prosthetics, is booming.
Okay, that makes sense. So not only is this a career path where you get to be creative and a little bit spooky,
Yeah.
but it's also in demand. That must mean.
Decent earning potential. You bet. RoleCatcher dives into that, and let me tell you, those at the top of their game, especially in the specialized fields like prosthetics, can command some impressive salaries. It's not unheard of for a top-tier artist to make six figures on a big-budget film.
Six figure. Okay, suddenly this makeup artistry thing is sounding very appealing.
Eh.
But RoleCatcher also mentions the not-so-glamorous side, right? The long hours, the pressure.
It's not all red carpets and movie premieres, that's for sure. Makeup
Wow.
artistry is a demanding field. The hours can be grueling, especially on film sets, and the work itself requires immense precision, patience, and the ability to stay calm under pressure.
Okay, so it's not for the faint of heart.
Right.
But I imagine that pressure cooker environment is also part of what makes it exciting, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
no 2 days are the same.
Exactly. And that's where those who truly thrive in this field shine. They're not just artists.
Mm-hmm.
They're problem solvers, masters of adaptability. RoleCatcher highlights how diverse the work can be, even within a single project.
Oh, wow.
You might be doing beauty makeup one day, aging an actor with prosthetics the next,
Mm.
and then creating a fantastical creature the day after that. It's all about being adaptable and ready for anything.
That's wild. It sounds like to make it in this world,
Mhm.
you need a seriously diverse skill set.
Yeah.
What does RoleCatcher say about how someone actually becomes a makeup artist? Is it one of those things where you need to go to a specific school?
It's a great question.
Yeah.
And the answer is, it depends.
Okay.
While a formal education in makeup artistry isn't always required,
Right.
it can certainly give you a leg up, especially when it comes to mastering the technical aspects. There are specialized makeup schools and programs that offer comprehensive training in everything from basic beauty makeup to special effects prosthetics.
So going to school can be a good starting point.
Right.
But what about those who maybe can't afford that or prefer a more hands-on approach? What other paths are out there?
RoleCatcher actually highlights the apprenticeship route, which can be incredibly valuable. Remember those artist assistants we talked about?
Yes.
That's often where it begins. By working closely with experienced artists, you gain practical on-set experience, build your network, and learn the tricks of the trade firsthand. It's like a real-world masterclass.
Okay. I'm starting to see how competitive this field is. If you're not coming from a fancy school, you need to really hustle and network to stand out. Speaking of networking, how important is it for aspiring makeup artists to build their connections?
It's absolutely crucial.
Yeah.
And RoleCatcher emphasizes this point.
Okay.
Think about it. This is a highly collaborative industry,
Right.
driven by word-of-mouth recommendations. The stronger your network, the more likely you are to hear about those coveted job opportunities.
Makes sense. So how do you even begin building a network in such a fast-paced and, let's be honest, sometimes intimidating industry?
RoleCatcher suggests starting with your immediate circle. Connect with fellow students, reach out to alumni from your school, and attend industry events. Don't underestimate the power of social media either. Platforms like Instagram have become virtual portfolios, allowing aspiring artists to showcase their work and connect with industry professionals.
Ah, the digital age.
Yeah.
So much easier than carrying around those bulky physical portfolios they used to have, right?
Yeah.
But even with a killer portfolio and a solid network, I'm guessing landing your first gig is no walk in the park.
You're right. It takes persistence,
Yeah.
resilience, and a whole lot of hustle. RoleCatcher actually offers some really useful tips for navigating the job search process.
Okay.
But one thing they stress is the importance of tailoring your application to each specific job.
Oh, that's a good tip. So no generic cover letters, even if you're sending out a bunch of applications.
Exactly. Take the time to research the production company, the director's style, the specific project you're applying for. Highlight the skills and experience that align with their needs. It shows you're invested and passionate about the opportunity.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like you're not just looking for any makeup artist gig.
Right.
You're showing them you want this gig
Yeah.
for this project
Yes.
with this team.
Exactly.
You've got to stand out.
Precisely. And that brings us to another important point, your portfolio. It's your calling card, your visual resume. RoleCatcher has a whole section dedicated to building a strong portfolio, and it's full of helpful advice.
Like what
Yeah.
what kind of things make a makeup artist portfolio stand out from the crowd?
Well, for starters, it needs to be visually stunning, showcasing your best work.
Right.
But beyond that, it should demonstrate your range of skills, include a mix of looks, from natural beauty makeup to special effects prosthetics to highlight your versatility.
That makes sense. Don't want to put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
But what about those just starting out who might not have a ton of professional work to show yet?
That's where personal projects come in.
Okay.
Use your free time to experiment,
Yeah.
collaborate with aspiring photographers or filmmakers,
Right.
and build a collection of work that showcases your creativity and technical skills.
So even if you're not on a big budget movie set yet, you can still create your own opportunities to build your portfolio. I like that.
Yeah.
It's all about taking initiative and showing that you're passionate and dedicated to your craft.
Exactly. And that passion is key because this is a career that demands a lot from you. It's not just about the technical skills, it's about the artistry,
Yeah.
the resilience, the ability to work long hours under pressure,
Right.
and the constant drive to learn and grow.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here. The different paths to becoming a makeup artist, the importance of networking, building a killer portfolio, and having that unwavering dedication. But let's get real for a second. It's a competitive industry, and not every day is going to be glamorous.
Yeah.
What does RoleCatcher say about dealing with the challenges, the setbacks, the inevitable rejections that come with pursuing a creative career?
It's a great question. And RoleCatcher doesn't shy away from the realities of the industry. They
Yeah.
actually have a whole section dedicated to dealing with rejection, managing stress,
Right.
and maintaining a positive mindset throughout the ups and downs of a creative career.
Okay, that's really important because it's easy to get caught up in the excitement of it all.
Right.
The movie premieres, the red carpets.
Yeah.
But like any career,
Yeah.
there are going to be those moments of doubt.
Yeah.
There's times when you question everything.
Absolutely. And it's crucial to develop those coping mechanisms, those self-care routines that allow you to navigate the challenges while staying true to your passion.
So it's not just about the makeup.
Right.
It's about taking care of yourself both mentally and physically.
Yeah.
So you can keep showing up and doing what you love.
Exactly. It's about finding that balance between the art and the business, the creativity and the hustle, the passion and the practicality.
This has been incredibly insightful. But before we move on, I want to circle back to something RoleCatcher mentioned, those career stages. We talked about starting as an artist assistant, but what comes after that? How do you actually climb the ladder in this industry? This has been incredibly insightful. But before we move on, I want to circle back to something RoleCatcher mentioned, those career stages. We talked about starting as an artist assistant, but what comes after that? How do you actually climb the ladder in this industry?
Well, RoleCatcher lays out a pretty clear progression. Once you've paid your dues as an assistant, you typically move into the role of a junior artist.
Okay.
At this stage, you're taking on more responsibility, working independently on smaller projects, and maybe even assisting on larger productions.
Still a lot of assisting,
Yeah.
but you're starting to spread your wings a bit more.
Exactly. You're building your portfolio, refining your skills, and starting to develop your own unique style. From there, you might progress to an intermediate artist, where you're handling more complex makeup designs, working with bigger budgets, and potentially even leading a small team of assistants.
Okay, so you're moving up in the world, becoming the boss. What does the view look like from the top? What does it take to reach that coveted senior artist level?
That's where experience, reputation, and a killer portfolio really come into play. Senior artists are the ones with years of experience under their belts. They've got a signature style, a strong network, and a proven track record of success. They might be leading entire makeup departments on major film productions, working as freelance artists for high-profile clients, or even starting their own makeup businesses.
Wow, so the possibilities are endless. But I imagine getting to that point takes a lot of hard work, dedication, and probably a little bit of luck along the way.
Absolutely. But it's that combination of talent, hard work, and a little bit of serendipity that makes this career path so exciting. And you know what? Rollcatcher reminds us that it's not always about reaching the very top. Right. It's about finding your niche, your specialty, the area within makeup artistry that truly lights you up.
I love that. So you could be a senior artist specializing in special effects prosthetics for horror films,
Right.
or you could be a freelance artist focusing on bridal makeup and building your own brand. It's about finding what brings you joy and fulfillment, regardless of where you fall on that career ladder.
Precisely. It's about forging your own path and embracing the journey with all its twists, turns, and unexpected transformations.
Speaking of transformations, I can't help but think about how technology is changing everything these days. Does RoleCatcher address how things like AI and virtual reality might impact the world of makeup artistry?
It's a fascinating question and one that's being discussed more and more within the industry.
Yeah.
While some worry that technology might replace certain aspects of the job, Rollcatcher emphasizes that the human touch, the artistry, the creativity of a makeup artist will always be invaluable.
That's reassuring. So while technology might streamline certain tasks, it can't replicate the human eye for detail, the ability to adapt to the unexpected, or that spark of creativity that brings a character to life.
Exactly. Think about it. Technology can create a realistic-looking prosthetic,
Yeah.
but it's the makeup artist who brings it to life on an actor's face, blending it seamlessly with their skin tone, adding subtle details that convey emotion, and ensuring it moves naturally under the lights.
It's that human touch, that artistry that elevates makeup from a technical skill to an art form.
Precisely. And while the future of makeup artistry might involve new technologies and evolving techniques, those core elements, creativity, passion, and a deep understanding of the human face and form will always be at the heart of this incredible profession.
This deep dive into the world of makeup artistry has been eye-opening. We've uncovered the magic behind those incredible transformations, explored the diverse career paths within this fascinating field, and learned that it takes more than just a steady hand with a makeup brush to make it in this industry.
It takes passion, dedication, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to honing your craft. But for those with the drive and determination to succeed, it's a career that can be both creatively fulfilling and incredibly rewarding.
It seems the world of makeup artistry is more than just meets the eye. It's about artistry, technical skill, and embracing those uniquely human qualities that no technology can replicate. Who knew we could learn so much from a little lipstick and a few well-placed prosthetics?
Indeed. It's a reminder that sometimes the most captivating transformations happen behind the scenes, in the hands of skilled artists who bring imagination to life.
And on that note, we'll leave you to ponder the possibilities. Maybe this deep dive has sparked your own creative ambitions, or simply given you a newfound appreciation for the artistry behind your favorite films and TV shows. Whatever your takeaway, keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep diving deep into the worlds that fascinate you. Until next time.